Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill, and welcome to Suncoast FYI. This week, we introduce you to a group of women paddling for a purpose on the Suncoast, a look at Girls Inc. August Match campaign, plus a glimpse at the Gulf Coast Community Foundation. And we'll tell you about some changes coming up on SNN. Stay tuned. This is all next on Suncoast FYI. Many people row on Nathan Benderson Park, but our next guest paddles for a purpose. Joining me now is Angela Long, the captain of Survivors in Sync. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
And congratulations for beating breast cancer.
Thank you.
Being a survivor.
Thank you. 14 years.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. So, dragon boat racing. What's a dragon boat?
Well, dragon boating is a over 2,000-year-old sport that originates in China. The sport has evolved into what typically is 20 paddlers in a boat, 10 rows of 2 paddlers, one per side. There's also a drummer who sits up front facing the paddlers, and a steers.
One of those big drums?
a drum right on their lap that they beat to keep the time.
Okay.
For the paddling, and a steers person who stands in the back and navigates the boat and also makes calls as well.
So it's paddling, it's not rowing.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And how did the dragon boat and the breast cancer survivors come together?
It's an interesting story. About, in 1996, a sports doctor, Dr. Don McKenzie in Canada, wanted to challenge the idea that breast cancer survivors should avoid upper body activity to avoid lymphedema. He was, he knew how beneficial exercise was, and he just didn't think that sounded right to him. He was also an avid dragon boater, so he knew that was a rigorous sport, and it would definitely put the theory to the test. So he gathered up 24 breast cancer survivors, trained them in the gym, got them in condition, and then put them in a boat for the season in Canada, and taught them all about dragon boating, and just all about the sport and
the camaraderie.
And so at the end of the 3-month season on the water, none of them had lymphedema or had developed it, any worse. They were, in better health, better physical condition.
So just good all around for your well-being.
And they just loved the camaraderie and being together. So, they started a team called A Breast in a Boat, and they started talking to other communities and got other dragon boat teams started for breast cancer survivors, and created a division at the dragon boat festivals for it, and it's a movement. I mean,
so that's how it started. Now it's on 5 continents, a couple hundred countries.
Yes.
I mean, it's just amazing how it's taken off.
Yes.
So what is it like competing in the international festival? Because you've done that, right?
Yes. That's how we got started here 4 years ago. Survivors in Sync got started, as a team, and so just 4 years ago we were here on this ground, and then we moved to Florence, Italy for the festival, which was just
amazing
in July, in the beginning of July.
Wow.
And it's incredible. You have breast cancer survivors from around the world that are there competing. There's about over 3,000, maybe 3,500 women. And
how many boats?
There's was 125 teams that were competing in this last festival.
Okay. Did you come in, were you happy with your
We were very happy. So the festival that we were in for 4 years ago, we were happy to have been in the top half, because we were newbies, just starting out. And this last festival, we were actually 4th.
Wow.
Yes, in the world.
That's amazing.
So we were really proud. We'd worked very hard to get there. But it was an amazing experience.
So how many boats do you have here locally?
Well, we have 2 boats. We practice at Nathan Benderson Park. We have one team, about 40 on our roster, so we rotate in and out, who's in the boat at that time and who's racing. But we have also we have a community team as well. So if you're not a breast cancer survivor, there's opportunities for that as well.
That's lovely. Now, how can paddlers get involved with you?
Great. Well, they can go to our website, survivorsinsync.org, and we also have a new Paddlers Day for breast cancer survivors that's coming up on August 25th. So you can come out and give paddling a try if you're a breast cancer survivor, and if you're interested at all, you can give it a try and see if it's something that's for you.
Okay, and that's at Nathan Benderson Park.
Nathan Benderson Park.
And what time is that, Angela?
8 a.m. Yes.
8 a.m. till what time?
We'll probably have a couple of sessions, so it'll probably be till maybe 11, but each session will probably only be an hour.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. And again, best of luck, continued health.
Great. Thank you so much.
Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at the Girls Inc. new summer programs helping our girls rise. During the month of August, Girls Inc. is looking to rise our girls. Joining me now is Kay Mathers and Morgan Gerhardt. Hi.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi. Girls Inc. Now, you have been around for a number of years. What is Girls Inc. for the people out there, our viewers that don't know yet?
Girls Inc. is a wonderful place. It's a nonprofit that has an after-school program and summer program that is just for girls.
Ages?
Ages kindergarten
Yep.
through high school, through 12th grade. So that would be 5th grade through 18. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 through 18.
Okay.
So our mission is to inspire all girls to be strong, smart, and bold.
Okay. And build their self-confidence.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes. So what is the August Match campaign, Kay?
We've got 30 days to match $100,000. So it's pretty simple. We have weekly goals that we're trying to achieve, but really to raise money in a very short period of time, because giving doesn't stop in the summer. Giving continues,
Yes.
and we know that.
The need stops.
The
the
need-
need doesn't stop.
Right,
That's what
the
I mean.
need grows in the
Yes,
summer. Definitely, we're just finishing up our summer camp program. So the need is there all year long, and then we're getting ready for our fall programs, after school programs.
Now you said $100,000 match. So you've gotten $100,000.
Yes.
Yes, we do. We have 2 foundations that are each giving $50,000 to us. One, we want to thank the Charles and Marjorie Brancic Foundation for the first $50,000, and then the additional is coming from a foundation partner who prefers to remain anonymous, but we have a long-time relationship with them, and we are so appreciative.
So they'll match dollar for dollar.
Yes.
Dollar for dollar.
What you raise.
What we bring in.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we have wonderful supporters and donors, and they match dollar for dollar. And we have a stretch goal. We have so many girls that we need to serve, and we have a waiting list, so that the more that we can raise, the more girls we can serve.
How many girls do you service right now?
Well, we're in transition between summer camp and the fall after school programs, so it varies anywhere from 150 daily to over 250, depending on the program you're talking about. But
Now,
on
I'm sorry.
average, we reach into the schools too during the school year. So that number grows during the school year because we're delivering our programs in the public schools.
Now, how are they broken up age-wise?
Ages and stages developmentally appropriate, so we keep them with their age groups, except in certain situations where they're working in an inter-age environment, like our little city that we run inside of the building called Dream Harbor. So that in that environment, the girls are, there's older girls working with the younger girls,
That's great.
and they all have jobs and positions. So
Okay.
that's where that lends
Okay.
for that.
Now, the funds, once you receive them, where will they be used? I mean, I can only imagine. but
Right.
Where will they be, how will they be
The
used?
majority of the money goes towards scholarships to offset costs for families that may not otherwise be able to afford our programs. So we definitely like to believe that every girl walking in the building, her funds are somehow subsidized, but then other families need additional support. And so we really like to be able to have as much money allocated so there's never a girl on the waiting list waiting to come in and get our programs.
Okay. Now, I've seen the girls out, and they all have those great shirts on.
Yes, they do.
So they get a shirt when they come in.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
they, again, feel like they belong, like it's a part of who they are.
Yes.
Exactly.
They
And-
get a healthy snack when they come in after school.
Which is almost like a full meal.
Right.
It's a hot meal.
That we prepare nutritionally balanced. We pay for transportation for them to come from the schools to our center on Tuttle Avenue. So all of those things cost money. And then, of course, the program, which is a National Girls Inc. curriculum that we are trained to deliver. And so it's very developmentally appropriate, but there's also outcome measurements associated to all of our curriculum. So we know our programs work in creating a whole girl philosophy about independence and those buckets of strong, smart, and bold. So we know our programs are effective.
Okay. You're amazing.
So strong fits is health and wellness.
Right.
Smart is education, and bold is life skills.
Awesome. Thank you. You cover it all.
All of
a
those.
Total person.
Yes.
Well, how can people get involved and find out more about this wonderful?
They can go to our
Organization.
website, which is girlsincsrq.org. They can call the center at 941-366-6646. They can check us out on Facebook at Girls Inc. SRQ.
And they're going to see this.
They'll see this around town. You'll see some ads for this too.
Okay. So donate August.
Through the month of August.
The month of August.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Certainly it doesn't stop in
No.
August, but
Right.
to get
Anytime,
the
but this
match.
time it's
For the
matched.
match. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you both for being here.
Thanks,
for having
Nancy.
Coming up after the break, we take a look at the Gulf Coast Community Foundation. The Gulf Coast Community Foundation is the philanthropic home for more than 750 families. Joining me now is Director of Communications, Greg Lubrecki. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you here. And you're going to tell us what the Community Foundation is and what is it to our community.
Yes. Gulf Coast Community Foundation, as a community foundation by definition, is a public charity created by the people of a particular community or region, in our case the Gulf Coast region, to benefit that community or region. Now, there are community foundations across the country, and they all approach that role in their own way. At Gulf Coast, our mission is, together with our donors, we transform our community through bold and proactive philanthropy. And I see really three ways that we do that. First is leadership. We provide leadership on emerging issues facing the community. Partnership is the second way we do it. We partner with nonprofit organizations across this region, as well as with government entities, civic organizations, businesses, and individuals, always with the focus of moving our community forward. And then finally, we are built on the principle of endowed philanthropy. We're an endowed organization meant to be here forever to help meet the ever-changing needs of our community. So we work with hundreds of donors, individual families, businesses, and others to create charitable funds within the foundation to benefit the causes they care about, both now, but also, most importantly, long into the future as legacy funds. So I think really in a nutshell, what we do at Gulf Coast is we help people pay it forward in this community in a way that has a longer lasting and more impactful effect than they might be able to do on their own.
Okay, so that's what sets you apart from other organizations.
Well, yeah, we're so fortunate in this community to have so many nonprofit organizations dedicated to their particular causes. And what we do, unlike those organizations which might provide direct services and programs for the community, we help to make other nonprofit organizations' services and programs better, and we help to lift them as organizations to strengthen them. We do that through direct funding. We have grants that we award, and we also connect donors to individual organizations doing good work in areas they care about. We provide consulting and other expertise, training and such to help the organizations themselves improve their board governance and really improve their operations. And we also try to rally the right organizations to address community causes in a more systemic way. That's really where I think Gulf Coast Community Foundation makes the biggest difference, is when we can take an issue and work with organizations, not just to put a Band-Aid on a symptom, but to really address the root cause to try to solve it.
Okay. Now, I know you're working on a number of issues right now, but what would you like to talk about this morning, Greg, that you're focused on at current time?
One of the biggest issues facing the community that's been in the news a lot is homelessness. That's something that's on the news, on the front page of the newspaper, and it affects us all, if not directly, indirectly in some way in this community. A few years ago, Gulf Coast, led by one of our board members and donors, committed to helping homeless children and their families. There's about 900, upwards of 900 to 1,000 school kids identified every year in our school system who are homeless. And
in our community.
In our community. And what we had was a lot of nonprofits that provided services to assist them, but we didn't really have a coordinated system where we knew that those services could be tracked, they could be brought along and graduated to safe, sustainable housing. So what we did is to try to pull together dozens of organizations and say, how can we create a system that really ensures that these families get the chance they deserve? Okay. That has been very successful. And now what we're doing is we're trying to adapt that system to help another vulnerable group, unaccompanied homeless youth. Those are teens and young adults who are homeless and on their own. They may have aged out of foster care, they may have been kicked out of their home or left for unsafe reasons, and we're really trying to give them the customized help that they need so they can thrive.
Okay, and there was something else we mentioned before we came on the air that you wanted to talk about.
Another initiative, very different from homelessness, is our Regional Civility Initiative. We're really trying to raise the tenor of public discourse, and we've got a great partnership with the Sarasota County School District, which is going to be focusing all year on civil behavior from students and teachers all the way to custodial staff and bus drivers, and we're really excited about the impact that's going to have.
Great. Now, how can our community members get involved if they want to become part of your foundation or contribute? I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, there's lots of ways to get involved. The first place to go is our website, gulfcoastcf.org. We work, as I said, with hundreds of donors in the community, and we welcome individuals looking to really elevate their philanthropy to see how we can help you. We've got an expert staff, so visit our website, call the foundation. If you're a nonprofit organization, look into the resources we offer. We're all about the community and all about partnering to enhance the community, and we look forward to welcoming as many new community members into our Gulf Coast family as we can.
Excellent. Thank you so much, and thank you for all that you do for us.
Thank you.
Next on Suncoast FYI, we have some important information on changes coming to SNN, so don't go away. Some changes are coming to SNN for those who watch us over the air using an antenna. Here to explain is our Vice President and General Manager of SNN, Charles Cusimano.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Charlie. Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So the big changes that are coming, you're going to tell us about what it is and what we're going to do.
Rescanning, and it's probably a term that most people aren't that familiar with, but it's a really simple procedure, and it only affects people who watch us over the air. People
and what
who watch
channel
us,
is that?
We're currently on channel 39.
Okay.
If you watch us on an antenna. If you watch us on Comcast or on Spectrum or on Frontier or on the Dish Network, then you don't have to pay any attention to this. Okay, right. But if you watch us or Laugh TV or Grit TV over the air using an antenna, watching us on channel 39, you're going to have to rescan your television.
Okay, and how do we rescan it?
Okay, well, first of all, what you do is you take your remote and you find the menu button. Okay. Every remote has a menu button. Okay. You hit that menu button, and then information will come up on your screen. And then you'll look for, it'll either say to antenna or channel, one of those, you'll click the OK button. You'll have an OK.
On antenna. You click on the antenna.
Yeah,
button.
you
Okay.
scroll to the proper spot,
Yep.
and it's either, again, remotes are different. You have OK or select, but whatever it is, you click on that. Then some more information will come up on the screen, and again, depending on what your television is, it's going to say auto program or auto tune or rescan, and you scroll to that. And
what? To
to
rescan?
any one of those three,
Oh,
whatever
okay.
your remote happens to
Okay.
say.
All right.
Every TV is different.
Okay.
And then again, you click the OK or the select button, and then it will start. It will automatically start to rescan, and it will. It could take up to 15 minutes to do that, and you'll get information on your screen that'll, show in progress or something like that. But what's going to be happening is we're going to be moving from channel 39 to channel 26. Okay, and you'll only have to do this once, and once it's done, it's done. We're not the only television station this is happening to. There's thousands of stations across the country that are moving frequencies. The channel number is a frequency. We're moving frequencies so that the FCC, Federal Communications Commission, can make room for wireless internet carriers because they are proliferating to such a degree and they're so important. So the FCC is realigning spectrum for everyone.
Okay.
And so different stations will be doing this at different times. We're doing it on August 22nd.
So people can start on August 22nd?
Yeah, they need to wait until 5 p.m. on August 22nd. Okay, that's when the changeover will be complete. So anytime after 5 p.m., you can rescan, do the rescan, and it should work perfectly.
Okay, so we're moving to 26.
Right.
So where will Laugh and Grit be?
That'll be our point 1 and point 2. They'll be right there. It'll just the next click
okay.
on your remote, just like
All right.
like they are now.
Now, it is simple to do, but
Right.
people are going to need probably
Sure.
a refresher
Sure.
when the time comes. So where can they go to find out more information?
On our website, snntv.com/rescan.
/rescan.
You'll find all the information. There'll also be a note on the home page that will allow you to show you where it goes. Okay, you hit that. It'll give you all the information. And if you want to call us, that'll be fine. 941-361-4645, and we'll walk you through it.
Okay, great.
Pretty
well, thank
simple.
you. Yes. Okay, we hope so. If not, I'll be calling you.
Okay.
Okay. Let's take a look at a few things happening this weekend on the Suncoast. The Orioles invite you and your pups out for paws at the park at the Ed Smith Stadium. Admission and parking are free. The event is Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it's the Siesta Key Rum Tour. All ages are welcome and the tour is free. They're located at 2212 Industrial Boulevard, and the event runs from Saturday at 3 p.m. till 4 p.m. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. This is a complimentary service. Please call our producer, Robert Pandolfino, at 941-361-4616. To view previous episodes, go to snntv.com under Programming. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.